Welcome to the PI Podcast, your destination for everything NFL, discussing the latest news and providing in-depth analysis of every NFL game. And now, here are your hosts, Ian and Tesh.
What's up, Antonio? No, yeah, no, you're good. See, the thing about fantasy football is that it's honestly it's very like it's just for fun. Like a lot of people just do it for fun. Even if let me change my good, you guys should still be able to hear me. Uh, but yeah, um, it's for fun. So you pick whoever you want. It doesn't really matter, Antonio. It was a fun draft regardless. Because everyone drafted players they wanted. Like I drafted Kyle Pitts because I wanted to. So it's a paid league, but at the end of the day, it is fantasy. So you don't know who's gonna actually score the most points. So anyone saying that there's a draft strategy or saying, "Oh, I wrote down this. Oh, I had a draft strategy," no one cares because at the end of the day, you're guessing. You're guessing basically on who will get the most points, and at the end of the day, you could be totally wrong. So it is what it is. Fantasy's for fun, and I like the team that I drafted. Hopefully you did too. I know you got Jefferson Thielen. Hey, you're a Vikings fan too, but Jefferson's one of the best receivers for fantasy too. So you got some really solid picks. And when I had the first overall pick, I had to decide between Derrick Henry and Jonathan Taylor. So, but I chose Derrick Henry because I knew Derrick Henry's Derrick Henry, and I couldn't not pick him. One of the later picks I got too, I picked up Nico Collins because Davis Mills he's gonna throw Nico Collins a lot. His only other receiver is really Brandon Cooks, and whoever the third wide receiver is. Yeah, Ian still has family over, so he will not. But he should almost 100% sure he should be back Tuesday. He'll not he won't be here. Let me take a look. Nico Collins. I picked him because I know he's going to be a big target for David here, and I think that's one of the more, uh, I guess, underrated picks. Yeah. Did you watch? Did you get to watch college football, Antonio? I don't watch college much, but think yeah, I think you watch college football. I've seen some highlight plays from Twitter and stuff like that. I've seen some. Oh yeah. Going to get the microphone here. That might be better. There you go. Watching Florida State and LSU right now. Oh, okay, I see you. Oh, I saw that game. I clicked it on Twitter. It was a pretty close game. Is it still close right now, or is it a blowout right now? I know last time I checked, Florida State was winning 7-3. FSU 24, LSU 10. Damn. Yeah, when I lived in Orlando, I remember that one of the years that year they went undefeated. FSU did, and they I guess they got snubbed from the playoffs, and then a lot of people made a big thing about it. Oh my god! Yeah, so Jalen Ramsey, he just got is expected to play versus the Bills in 4 days after surgery. So he'll be ready to go, and it's very likely that Poyer will be there for the game. Um, so that is some big players for both teams that are likely going to be there for Thursday night. So it's going to be a fun matchup. I can't wait for that. That's going to be a fun game. Also, today is the last Sunday we won't have football until February. Like NFL football, this is the last Sunday we won't have that until February. So things are gonna start rolling and rolling. There's gonna be a bunch of content on the channel, on TikTok, on Twitter, everywhere. So it's gonna be a fun season. Excited to start our first like NFL season with the podcast and stuff like that. So I'm very excited to see everything. See all the people we bring in and stuff like that. And talking about the NFL teams. So sometimes the teams that have a certain goal for how much they want to give the ball to somebody. Dolphins head coach Mike McDaniel came out and said his goal for the run game is 30 carries per game this season. And I don't know if he's that's for. I'm pretty sure that's not for one running back, but I think that's for two or three running backs, which is good because 30 carries is a lot unless you're a workhorse back. Um, but yeah, 30 carries per game this season. Also, the Cowboys and offensive tackle Jason Peters are working on a deal over the last 2 days that is expected to be finalized by Monday. So the Cowboys potentially getting some offensive line help, which they need after losing some pieces on that line. Once being dominant O line, they need a couple pieces still, and they looks like they're gonna get one. Dang. Travis Kelsey, interesting stat right here. Travis Kelsey needs three 100-yard games this season to be tied with Rob Gronkowski to have the most all time as a tight end with 32. So there's a good chance Travis Kelsey could will probably break Rob Gronkowski's record of most 100-yard games as a tight end. So that's gonna be crazy to see. Travis Kelsey, one of the best tight ends in the league, um, going over Gronk's record right there. Another very good tight end. Man, I'll take for you guys. So I think you can basically go live whenever. We just decided to.
record a video and then upload it. Um, I think all you have to do is like on your YouTube when you're logged in your YouTube account, go to live, and then you have to set up your account or whatever, and then I think link something. That's about it. It'll tell you, and then I think we waited 24 hours, and then you can go live. It's very simple, very easy. You do have to wait 24 hours though if you sign up for live, and then you can go live whenever you want. Yeah, so we could have gone live day one, but we didn't. Uno, how's it going, Uno? So, as Thursday night is quickly approaching, as the start of regular season is about to kick off on Thursday, the Bills. Yeah, I go live on my computer. You can go live on mobile as well, Antonio, from your phone on YouTube. Just make sure it's yeah. You can go live on your phone too. So either one which is more comfortable for you. But I use for all the like overlays and the intro and outro and stuff like that. I have to have Streamlabs so that way I can click it and put everything together. Because if you just go live from YouTube, you can put some of that stuff, but it's more difficult to have that than Streamlabs. I think if you want overlays and stuff like that, intro, outro, stuff like that, it's just super simple on Streamlabs. And talking about Thursday night, the Bills announced their team captains for Thursday. The team captains they have a lot of team captains. They have 9 team captains. Starting off, you guys probably guess it right away. The Bills team captain, one of them is Josh Allen. No surprise there. A lot of these aren't going to be surprises. Stephon Diggs is a captain. Von Miller is captain. Tremaine Edmonds is a captain. Jordan Poyer and Micah Hyde, the 2 safeties, are team captains. Tyler Matekovich, Mitch Morse, the center, and Tawan Jones. They're all team captains. So that's what the Bills chose. And I'm super, super excited for that game. I think the Bills are going to, hopefully they fire on all cylinders. It might take, as always, the start of a new season. You don't know how each team's going to play this year with new additions, with old additions. People left, people came back. It's going to be super interesting to see. That's the first game of the season, first game of their season for the Bills and the Rams. Yeah, and it's going to be first time Rams are playing again with their starters, with Matthew Stafford. First time Matthew Stafford is getting on the field since the Super Bowl. So I know he's ready to go compete again. And I know Josh Allen's wants that ring so badly. And it's gonna, it could potentially be a shootout, but I think the defenses are good enough that they could have a stalemate right there, like 10-10 or something like that, 10-17. But with just how good the offenses are, that's gonna be very hard to do. And also, I'm ready to see Gabe Davis again. Um, Gabe Davis after his breakout performance in the playoffs. Stephon Diggs, his sort of quiet postseason. Um, uh, the running backs, Devin Singletary, and the rookie James Cook. I fully believe he's gonna get a chance to be the head back eventually. Not right away, but I think James Cook is a very good back and could potentially fight for a starting spot. Starting spot, yeah. Yeah, dude. Rams versus Bills is gonna be crazy. I'm super excited to see what Aaron Donald and that defense can do without Von Miller, how Bobby Wagner is going to play on that defense, and how Von Miller is going to play with Jordan Poyer and Micah Hyde. Going to bring more energy, more pass rush to the game as well. Von Miller, as we know, is an All-Pro. He's just going to make that team better. And one of the big things was that last playoff game. We all know it. 13 seconds left. Mahomes, 2 quick passes, one to Tyreek, one to Travis Kelce, got them in field goal range very quickly. Horrible defense by the Bills there. And maybe hoping that if Von Miller's there, the pass rush can get there, but also that was just horrible play calling at the end of the day. I don't know how you allow Tyreek Hill just to get a quick 25 yards and then let Travis Kelce run up a seam for another 20. I mean, I don't know what kind of defense you're calling there. I get you want to play kind of prevent-ish defense so they don't get too much yardage. You want to tackle them inbounds. But at the end of the day, it's 13 seconds. So even if you played regular defense, maybe you hit a big hitter, but the safety is going to be playing back more. So it's going to be very, very, very fun to see the Bills in action since that game, and hopefully we see their offense firing on all cylinders. Because Josh Allen, if he plays this regular season like he did in the playoffs, he's gonna potentially win MVP this year. And I think Josh Allen, I just need him to play like he did in the playoffs. There were some games last season. I'm going to mention the Jaguars game. Going to mention the Falcons game as well. Both those games and a few others, he didn't play like Josh Allen that we knew from the playoffs. So definitely regular season can be iffy, up and down. But I believe Josh Allen is good enough to have that consistency throughout the whole regular season. Talking about the Jags-Falcons games against the Bills, Josh Allen threw 3 picks, and they were bad picks. There weren't anything throw-ups or anything like that. Sometimes he overthrew balls, he underthrew balls. He wasn't looking great. In the Jaguar game, they got shut down on offense. But I think after the playoffs, I think they figured everything out. I think they're going to explode this season. Muff punt by LSU and FSU recovers. Damn. 24 FSU, 17 LSU, 154 to go. Worst QB play I've seen? Damn. Dang, that means FSU has a chance to go win this thing. Unless they already won. I don't know if they have timeouts, LSU. So I'm gonna go over week 1 again, just to let you guys know the games and whatnot. We're gonna go over more of this Tuesday, and a little bit more on Thursday. We might have to try to think of a different way because we probably won't be going live Sundays anymore, just because football's gonna be all day. It's gonna be hard to go live while watching football. So we might have to think about a different date. We'll let you guys know, obviously, but. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Ian still has family over, Uno. So he's not going to be on tonight. But I think he said his family leaves on Tuesday. So Tuesday night, pretty sure, 95% sure he'll be here on Tuesday. So yeah, that's going to be fun. And we'll be live Thursday before the game to go over that game and a little preview of Sunday's week 1. What's up, Tim? How's it going? On a good day too, Uno. Hope you're having a good day. But yeah, we're super excited. We're gonna go Thursday, like I just said. Thursday, we're going live before the game. It's gonna be nice. Oh shit! Fumble by FSU at the goal line. LSU recovers. Holy crap! What is up with that game? God dang! none of them, neither team wants to win, I guess. God dang. Yeah, so I'm gonna go over some games from week one. If you guys want me to go over any of the games I mentioned, let me know. I'm just gonna go over the week one games so you guys know the matchups. We'll be going over this again Tuesday and Thursday before week one actually starts on Sunday. Um, yeah, and be sure to be here on Thursday before the game because we are gonna do our pre-game coverage. Sound unprofessional here. Doing our pre-game coverage of the Bills versus Rams on Thursday night. So you guys will see that. We'll be live talking Bills, Rams before the game. Our must-haves, our people, some maybe even some fantasy players on the both teams that you guys should start and whatnot. So it's gonna be very, very fun. So week one, we are starting off on Thursday with the Bills and the Rams. You guys know it. I hope everyone's excited. Everyone I bet is excited. And then starting on Sunday, we have the Saints versus the Falcons. That's gonna be a fun game. The Saints Falcons game is always a good rivalry. Good rivalry. I don't know. I'm talking like that. Good rivalry. So the Saints Falcons games are very, very close. See, last year we beat the Saints. They had, hey, don't count the Falcons out yet. But because the Falcons Saints games are always very close, it's been like that for years. Even when Breeze was there, the games were close. So it's always going to be fun. And then we have on a big matchup on week one, the Browns versus the Panthers on Sunday at 1 p.m. Eastern. Baker Mayfield against his former team, and I hope the Panthers crush the Browns so bad that they regret getting Deshaun Watson. They probably won't regret getting Deshaun Watson, but I think they should regret it. And I hope Baker beats them down to the wire. I hope they get beat down so bad. Blood and guts, yeah, literally, Tim. I hope they get beat down. That's all I'm saying. Then we have another game, potentially could be a good one. Yeah, Browns or the Texans would be a good one too. Yeah. Can't lie, I was looking forward to Falcons Saints when they battle for first place. Yeah, no, I loved watching those games. They were always very close, very fun matchups because it ended up being in the end of the fourth quarter. One play would make the game or lose the game. I'm gonna mention the Thursday night game. Deion Jones intercepted Breeze in the end zone to win the game for the Falcons. Oh man, those were good times. And I think even this year is gonna be close games as well. 49ers and Bears Sunday at 1 p.m. Eastern. I'm going to see Trey Lance versus Justin Fields for the first time. Saints win this season. Okay, Uno. Okay. I see you. It's going to be tough, but I'm going to go Falcons first game of the season. I really like Mariota and how he looked. I know we haven't had a full game of him, but he looks sharp, and I think he's going to take us another step to his game. After being a backup for a little bit, I think he's learned behind Derek Carr. I've said this before. I think he's going to play sharp. And also Kyle Pitts and Drake London are just going to play. And I think our pass rush has improved just a little bit. So hopefully they get the pressure. And our cornerbacks are way better than last year. So I think that our secondary can cover well. Jameis Kamara, Slant Boy, Jarvis. Yep. Hey, well, let's see. A lot of the Falcons games, Kamara was there. We have shut down Kamara a lot of times. And one thing we'll talk about, the Falcons versus the Panthers. Whenever they play Christian McCaffrey, he doesn't have a breakout game. Whenever the Falcons play the Panthers, we shut down Christian McCaffrey. And I get every year people saying that when they play the Panthers, Christian McCaffrey's going to run all over the Falcons. Every year they say that, but we always shut down Christian McCaffrey. So it is what it is. Maybe he'll have that one game where he kind of gets some touchdowns, but most of the time when the Falcons play the Panthers, they shut down Christian McCaffrey when he's playing. He's been injured the last 2 years, so we haven't seen it. But when he was healthy, we did shut him down. And we have shut down Kamara a little bit too. He's got some catches and runs here and there. Usually what a really good running back does, but at the end of the day, I think we cover all. I don't think I don't know if Michael Thomas is going to be ready week 1. So we'll have to look on that. But AJ Terrell and Casey Hayward, they were locked on corners last year. So I think it's not going to be that hard to guard the Saints receivers. Yeah, but Trey Lance versus Justin Fields, that's going to be a fun one. I am worried about Justin Fields and his offensive line. Hey, he did look good in that preseason game, but I want to see him in a full game. I want to see if they can play well to their ability. And if they can, this 49ers-Bears game is going to be fun. Or it's going to go, the 49ers defense is too good that the Bears are going to get shut down and they're going to have a rough day. Hopefully that doesn't happen. Hopefully we have a good game between two second-year quarterbacks. I'm excited to see Justin Fields and Trey Lance, so that's going to be a good one, regardless. Lattimore going to be a client. You mean Trashmore, Uno? Dude, you know how many yards he allowed last season? Oh, man. Oh, he got burned so many times last year and somehow made the Pro Bowl over Terrell. I don't even get it. But Lattimore is a good corner. I'm going to give you that. I don't know if he's going to clamp like AJ Terrell, but he's going to be decent. I don't know if he's going to be able to cover Kyle Pitts and Drake London, though. We're going to have to see. Moving on for the 49ers and Bears, though. We got a division matchup right here. 1 p.m. on Sunday. Steelers versus the Bengals. Now, this is one of the more, not as high-profile games, but one of the more interesting games. Because are we going to see Kenny Pickett or Mitch Trubisky? I'm pretty sure we will see Mitch Trubisky, but I know fans are clamoring for Kenny Pickett, and Kenny Pickett looks good. So, I think they need to sit Kenny Pickett for a little bit. I think they should let him develop. And Mitch Trubisky, it's not like he was playing bad. He was playing good too, so I think they can ride with Trubisky and be able to win some games. And the Bengals, their offensive line, they added some pieces in free agency. We're gonna see how they hold up. Because I know the Steelers are one of the better pass rush teams in the league. They have one of the best pass rushes in the league with Cameron Hayward and TJ Watt. They have decent linebackers, they have decent safeties, they have Minka as well. So I think they're really going to put the Bengals offense to the test with that pass rush. And I hope that with those free agency pickups, the Bengals O-line is better than we saw in the Super Bowl. And another 1 p.m. game, Eagles versus the Lions. Now, this could be a very easy pick, and everyone could say Eagles, but I like what Dan Campbell's doing with the Lions. I think Jared Goff is gonna play well as well. So he's got those receivers in Jameson Williams, DJ Chark, Amon-Ra St. Brown, who had a breakout season last year as a rookie. DeAndre Swift is very good. He has a decent backup in Jamal Williams. The Lions defense is the only concern, but they got Aiden Hutchinson now. That pass rush is gonna be looking nice. And their linebackers, their safeties and corners. We're gonna finally see what's the Lions corner who tore his ACL that we didn't get to see last year. We're finally going to see him. Oh, Jeff Okudah. Yes, sir, Antonio. Because of an unknown rule. Yeah. Yeah, it was seniority. Oh, seniority over AJ Terrell. Even though AJ Terrell should have very easily got it. Yeah, but I think the Lions can compete against the Eagles, but the Eagles, they're looking so good. Their defense is looking good. They're a little underrated in their division because I think they can make a run at their division and beat the Cowboys in their division as well. That they can win that division. So it's going to be very interesting to watch the Eagles and how they play with Jalen Hurts this year. Another division game at 1 p.m. Colts Texans. Now, the Texans are projected to be one of the worst teams, if not the worst team in the NFL. So we're going to see how they play. I watched a little bit of Davis Mills. He made some good throws in preseason, but there was one whole half where they started Davis Mills and the first team offense that they struggled to get open. They struggled to do anything on offense. So that makes me worry so much for the Texans this year. I don't know how far they're going to make it. I don't know how many wins they're even going to get. And the Colts, they added Matt Ryan. They have a good defense. They have a great offense. The Colts should be able to win this one very easily. It's a division game, so maybe the Texans put up a fight, but it's gonna go in favor of the Colts here, and I'm going in favor of the Colts. And then right after that, we got another division game with the Patriots versus the Dolphins. Tua and his new receivers, and Jalen Waddle. Jalen Waddle, Tyreek Hill, the fastest duo in the NFL, most likely, and then the fastest running back in the league, Raheem Mostert. That offense can be explosive if Tua plays well. And that's going to be the big thing. Tua, if he can play well, this offense is going to explode. But we'll see. I don't know if Tua is the guy. And then Mac Jones, second year. Is he going to look as good as he did last year? Is he going to be even better this year? He's learned a lot. He's bulked up a lot even. So that's going to be a fun one to see as well. Then we have the Baltimore Ravens versus the New York Jets. The Jets, a team that is not projected to win much this year either. Ravens, no injuries, fortunately for them, because they're very injury. They had a lot of injury riddled season last year. A lot of players got down. I'm very excited to see J.K. Dobbins because he's actually going to start to play. And Zach Wilson's most likely going to be out for week 1. So they're going to have to ride with Joe Flacco. And I'm not sure if Joe Flacco can lead a team anymore or play well enough to be able to win a game anymore. So the Ravens should have this one. I'm not going to say we're going to go over our wins losses soon, but Ravens are looking good. Jets, I'm excited to see them with Zach Wilson. Unfortunate for Zach Wilson's injury, but thankfully it was not a serious one. And then the last 1 p.m. game for Sunday, Jaguars versus the Commanders. We're going to see all the new pieces the Jaguars have, if they're going to be able to actually play defense, actually play offense, or they're just going to be the Jaguars. So we're going to see. I have hope for Trevor Lawrence and that offense to be able to score some points. I'm not too sure about that defense. Their secondary isn't great. Their corners aren't great. Their pass rushes can be very good if Trevor Waker plays like he did in college. Then that's going to be a very, very good pass rush. Their linebackers, if Devin Lloyd can play well, if Poyer can play well, their linebackers are good too, but their secondary is a very concern issue. Carson Wentz on the Washington Commanders now. He has Scary Terry. He has Jahan Dotson, a young receiver, rookie receiver that's looking to be good as well. And we're going to see, because Carson Wentz can throw some pretty deep balls, and he can throw the ball decent when he wants to. He can either have a bad day or an off day, which is a very big concern for Carson Wentz. So we're going to see either good Carson Wentz or regular bad Carson Wentz. So it's going to be interesting to see that. But yeah. That is the last 1 p.m. game. We're going to the evening games now, the 4 p.m. games. Starting off with the Chiefs versus the Cardinals. And this one is a very, very, very good game because Patrick Mahomes, we're going to get a look at his new offense with Tyreek Hill. He still has Travis Kelce. He has Juju now. He has Sky Moore. He also has Marquez Valdes-Scantling. So we're going to see that new look offense with him. And that new look defense as well. With very young players in the defense. Lost Tyrann Mathieu. And the Cardinals, with the stumbling of the second half of the season last year, I don't know where and how good they're going to be this year. It's going to be up in the air Kyler Murray, D-Hop's out for 6 games. Kyler Murray, I really like him. I really think he's a very good quarterback. And I think he can lead a team if he needs to. And I think they're going to have weapons because they got Marquise Brown. They got A.J. Green, who's not in his prime anymore, but he can still play well, except for when he doesn't look for the ball. And also, also, that defense for Arizona, I'm not sure how good they're going to be. They lost Chandler Jones. They lost some pieces there. I'm worried about the Cardinals defense, and I'm worried about the offense as a whole. If they can still protect Kyler Murray, their O-line wasn't the best last year. So we'll see. So that's going to be a game to watch. If Kyler Murray can actually play well, so the defense doesn't have to carry them. And also Kansas City, Patrick Mahomes, that offense going to be just as explosive, which I think it is. It's Patrick Mahomes. And then the next 4 o'clock game, it's a division game. Raiders versus Chargers, one of a premier matchup in the AFC West, the best division in football. We're going to see Justin Herbert versus Derek Carr and Devontae Adams first time playing together. It's going to be a fun one. That might be a shootout right there. That's going to be one to watch. Another division game in Green Bay versus Antonio's Minnesota Vikings. We're going to see without receivers, Aaron Rodgers should be able to put up points. He's Aaron Rodgers. He's going to make any receiver look better. But I think it's going to hurt them not having Devontae Adams and not having too many receivers that he can use. But I know he has a good connection with Randall Cobb. He's known him for a while. Sammy Watkins going to see what he can do. And also the rookies, Christian Watson, Romeo Doubs. See if they can get that rapport going with Aaron Rodgers. And then the Vikings, an underdog, and a pretty underrated team. On paper, they can easily win the division. And they have the team and the players necessary to be able to win the division. LSU drives 97 yards to tie the game and force overtime. Holy crap. That's a game to watch. Holy crap. Dang, I didn't even go put that on. Yeah, the Vikings offense is going to be very good. Kirk Cousins should play like he did last year, hopefully. Then the offense is going to be explosive. On defense, they have a good defense as well. So they could easily win this game against the Packers. But the Packers defense is still good. They were top 10 defense last year, and I think they're going to be a very good defense this year as well. Never mind, he missed a pat. Oh my God, no! FSU won 24-23, or is it? Oh man! Oh my God! Did they really lose on an extra point? Oh man! Oh man! Oh, is that final? Is that final? 24-23? Holy crap! Damn! Oh, they're gonna fire that kicker. Holy crap! Damn! Wow! Oh man! Was it a close miss or was it just a bad miss? Because I know sometimes kickers have these horrible misses that just goes wide left or right. Oh man! You go 97 yards to force overtime, and you literally missed the extra point. Wow! If an NFL team horrible miss wide, oh my God! If it was my favorite NFL team missed the extra point to tie the game and force overtime, I would be fuming. I would be so mad at that kicker. But I don't have to worry about that because we got Young Goku, one of the best kickers in the league. But yeah, Vikings can put up a fight against the Packers. We're gonna see Aaron Rodgers without Devontae Adams for the first time, and we'll see. I think Aaron Rodgers can be Aaron Rodgers still. I think he's gonna make receivers better. So I don't think they're going to have to worry too much. It's going to be up to Kirk Cousins and that offense to keep up with Aaron Rodgers if he does end up scoring a lot of points. And then the last 4 o'clock game, the Giants Titans. I don't got too much hope for the Giants this year. Daniel Jones is still there. I got hopes for Saquon though. Still think he can be the same running back he was in his rookie year before the injuries. Still think he can be a very, very good one of the top running backs in the league. So hopefully he plays well this year. Daniel Jones, on the other hand, I don't know. Yeah, no, I from what I saw in preseason, Ebiketie actually was making a lot of plays, which I was happy about. But yeah, I really hope our pass rush can be a little bit better this year. And if it is, I think we can win more games than people think. Yeah. I think the I think oh man, because it's been hard for Falcons because they drafted Wick Beasley, who had a breakout year in his first year, and then he was basically a bust except for a fluke year, and then Takaris McKinley hyped him up so much, and then he ended up being a bust as well. So we drafted high pass rushers in the first round, and then they ended up being bust. So hopefully, second rounder, he does the job. I don't have any hope for Daniel Jones. If he didn't get he got his 5th-year option declined, and I think he can play well. He just got to limit his turnovers as well. So this is his final year to prove it. But Tennessee Titans are still going to be decent this year. They lost their pass rusher and Harold Landry, unfortunately, to an ACL tear. He's going to be out for the season. But I still think they have Derrick Henry, they have Treylon Burks, they have Robert Woods now. I think that offense is going to be the same. And the defense might take a hit a little bit. I don't know if they're going to be as good as they play, but Mike Vrabel's a good coach, so he knows how to coach that team. Yeah. So that's going to be an interesting game as well. And then the Sunday night football game at 8:30, Bucks Cowboys rematch from last year's opening kickoff game. Tom Brady with Julio Jones and Russell Gage now, and then the Cowboys. Can they duplicate the season they had last year? We'll have to see. I think this is gonna be another very close game like last year. And I think it's just gonna be another fun one to watch. Tom Brady's might probably light it up as well. Dak can light it up as well. That's gonna be a fun game to watch for Sunday Night Football. And then the last game of Week 1, Monday Night Football. Russell Wilson returns to Seattle in Week 1. Don't know how you could have a better story, better fitting end to Week 1 than Russell Wilson going home. The Seahawks are in a rebuild right now. So the Broncos, they're looking very, very heavily favored to win that division. I like them. I favor them to win the division, the AFC West, even though it's a tough division. The Seahawks, see what they can do with Geno. Geno's named starter for Week 1. They still have DK Metcalf and Tyler Lockett. I'm going to see how Rashad Penny plays. Chris Carson retired, unfortunately. So we're going to see where the run game's at. And that's that and their defense is worrisome for me. But yeah, if Geno Smith can play decent and get the ball to DK Metcalf and Lockett, then they might have a fighting chance in this one. But I still think it's going to be a fun one. It's going to be an emotional one for Russell Wilson going back home. And I'm excited to see the Broncos this year with Russell Wilson added. I think they were a quarterback away, the Broncos were, from getting to the Super Bowl, getting to the playoffs. And I think they got their man. So yeah, that's the last game of Week 1. Yeah. If you guys have any, it's going to be a Q&A, so if you guys want to talk about anything, just go ahead and let me know. Yeah. I'm just so excited. We are so close. It's almost going to technically be Monday, so technically we're going to be like 3 days away from football. regular season football, not preseason football. Even though I gotta say, preseason football was pretty fun this year. Probably one of the better preseasons, just because all the rookie quarterbacks that they started and all the receivings and all the rookies they started. It was a fun one. And I love to see Desmond Ritter a lot in preseason. I know, Tim. I can't either. It's gonna be the best 53 versus the best 53 on Thursday night, and it's gonna be a close one. I expect a very, very hard fought game, and it's gonna come down to the wire. That's what I'm hoping for, and I think it will. Um, oh man, I can't even wait. Me and Ian are gonna talk about it so much on Tuesday's podcast, and especially even more on Thursday night. Thursday night before the game. Dude, that's gonna be a fun game, and I hope you guys are ready because that's gonna kickstart some awesome year of football. And talking about that, ESPN. Thanks. I don't know if you guys Universal has their Halloween Horror Nights every year. I'm gonna be going this year. I'm so excited. I go every year for the last few years now. One of my favorite things about the year is Halloween. Halloween is my favorite holiday. That month of Halloween, October, um, my favorite time of the year. It's just so awesome. And then Halloween Horror Nights is gonna be so much fun. They have so many different houses. Oh man, it's gonna be a fun time. And I'm so ready for Falcon football. I'm ready to see Kyle Pitts catching balls. Carowinds. Ooh, I think I've heard of that, Tim. They do Scarowinds. That sounds like a lot of fun. I actually really want to try out like Hollow Scream from Tampa and Busch Gardens in Tampa. And then there does SeaWorld one. That'd be very fun to do. Um, yeah, I always love to try out different horror places and stuff like that every October. That's gonna be fun. That looks like a lot of fun though, Tim. I'm looking at the website right now. Scarowinds. Oh, you do, Tim? Oh, then you're gonna be my best friend. I love haunted houses. I love everything horror. So it's gonna. I just can't wait for Halloween Horror Nights. Oh man, I'm going at the end of this month. So probably one of the podcasts at the end of the month, you'll be seeing me in a hotel room. Because I'm gonna be so hyped for that. I'm gonna be watching football in the hotel room probably. Um, but yeah, it's gonna be so much fun to see football finally. Falcons football is gonna be so much fun too. The Falcons with Kyle Pitts and then Drake London. Seeing more of him. Unfortunately, he got injured in first game of preseason. He's looking good to go. It was a minor injury, so it's good. He should be good to go for week one. But I hope to see a lot more of Drake London. I think he's going to be a very good receiver. Um, I'm just, ooh, it's going to be different because having a mobile quarterback is going to be very different. Than what I'm used to. But yeah, if you guys have anything you want to talk about, let me know. Otherwise, um, appreciate you guys for stopping by. Antonio, Tim, Uno will be back on Tuesday night. Ian should be there. Almost 100% sure Ian should be there. But yeah. Appreciate you guys as always. Um, yeah, we'll be back Tuesday. Closer and closer to the Bills Rams. This is gonna be fun. Yeah, appreciate it, Tim. Hope you guys have a great rest of the day, night, and we'll see you guys on Tuesday. Peace.
Thank you for watching the PI Podcast. Make sure you subscribe and tune in next time so you don't miss the latest news in the NFL world. You can also follow us on TikTok at PI Podcast and on Twitter at PI Podcasters. Until next time.